Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Yuka. I'm a Chinese tutor in Shenzhen. I have been teaching Mandarin over 3 years now. As a Chinese teacher, I always get people to ask, Mandarin is so difficult to learn, especially with the tone, and people can't understand me when I talk. Characters learning is so boring and I can't remember it. And I can't feel my progress, especially with the HSK 3-4 grammar. Actually, you're not alone to face those learning problems. Try to answer these questions. I feel the learner's experiences is much more useful and convincing. So I interviewed some of my friends and students who learn Chinese for a while. Most of them living in Shenzhen or working here for at least 2 to 3 years. They shared many of their learning experiences and stories, like how did they start and how did they overcome those difficulties. I really highly appreciate to all my friends for their such generous and kindly support. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you can benefit from these videos, from their experiences, and enjoy it.
I started to learn around maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I stopped for several months because I had to go back to the UK, and then I've stopped and started a couple of times, as you know, so I'd say overall maybe 4 years on and off. Because I was working independently, I just thought it would make my life a bit easier if I understood some Chinese. I started to learn by myself, and then I started asking friends to introduce me to the teachers. Yeah, I think it's very difficult to learn. I think 2 parts, like the tones, because if you get the tone wrong, it can mean a completely different word. But also, when you start to learn, you realise that they use some slang words or short phrases of the word, like instead of mayo, they use méiyǒu. So it's difficult to pick up on things like that as well. You just have to keep practicing all the time. Just tell everybody to speak Chinese to you and just keep practicing, and then you overcome it. And then the first couple of times you overcome it, you get so happy, then I think it just helps more as well. I think it's just because I've lived here a long time, it motivates me and it helps me in my work, like my day-to-day work as well. And then when I started my family, that motivates me also because I want my daughter to learn both English and Chinese, so I want to be a good example for my daughter as well. Don't be embarrassed like I was. That's what held me back a long time, was I was too embarrassed of making mistakes. So just don't get embarrassed because everybody makes mistakes, and just try to do a little bit every day. Like I try to do maybe just 10-20 minutes over breakfast, 10-20 minutes lunchtime, speaking, just try to do at least a little bit each day.